Happy International Women's Day. If you know me already, you'll know that my name's Emily and I create videos about building my business as I travel the world and creating a life that you're passionate about. But today's video is not about me. One of the things I hope to do with this channel is, by sharing my story, to inspire other people to take action and strive for a life that they're passionate about. For me, the women whose stories I'm sharing with you today exemplify that. They've taken control of their lives, made a decision to go out there and create the life and the job that they want. And for a lot of them, that looks like running their own business and traveling the world.
So I'm a photographer and writer, and I focus on travel, outdoor, culture, and wildlife.
I teach entrepreneurs and passionate dreamers to create and share their story.
So my name is Nourse. I'm 26 years old and I'm currently a full-time YouTuber and social media content creator.
Hi, I'm Sabrina and I'm an online business coach for entrepreneurs.
I went to university in the States and then I went on to go corporate in New York City, and I was working as a strategist at an advertising agency. I didn't necessarily believe in what I was doing. I didn't necessarily understand the why of what I was doing, and it just felt very empty.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I had been working at summer camps for kids and teenagers all throughout university in the summers. So I thought this could be a good way to buy time while I figured out my life.
I think for me, the biggest thing was this idea of sitting behind a desk for 4 or 5 years, getting a degree, because I probably was going to get a PhD in international relations. That's what I've been preparing for. That was just such a big amount of time. It's not just about creating freedom so that we don't have to go to work. It's not about not doing things that you don't want to do. It's about being really intentional about what it is that you do want to do and having the courage to go out and create that.
I was 21 or 22 when I graduated with my bachelor's, so I had no clue. I mean, really no clue. And I was more making decisions out of fear because I didn't want to do something and then not like it and have to quit. I was so petrified of that. So basically I just put off making decisions. So I kind of stayed in my comfort zone for way too long.
I think deciding to take control of your life and strive for what you want is one of the most powerful decisions that you can make.
For me, it was just doing the first thing, which was, okay, I'm going to start a blog and post two blog posts. I kept doing that for a long period of time, and then people started reading it. And I decided after 2.5 years of living out of the backpack that it would be nice to have a house. So I took a full-time job in an office. I did that for about 7 months, and then I abruptly got let go from that job. I spent maybe a week crying on my porch. But at that point, I had my blog running as a hobby for 6 months.
I took a volunteer trip to Cambodia, and after being there and basically teaching these orphan kids and coming back to my job, we had to reshoot an entire photo shoot. And I just remember sitting in that conference room being 24 hours ago, I was with kids who have no opportunity, have no parents, and now we're sitting here talking about this. I said to myself, I'm changing my life today.
So 2 years ago, I was living in Nashville and my husband was working a typical corporate job. And as soon as he got that job, he was like, you take some time to yourself and kind of figure out what you want to do. So I was able to stop waitressing. I said, well, I've been watching so much YouTube.
I had some savings, so I went on a road trip and started just kind of taking pictures as a hobby and started writing more, and came home, did a bunch of freelancing, got a bunch of part-time jobs, and then worked on the blog kind of on the side.
I just started uploading videos and it kind of just took shape as I went. And the hardest thing was just getting started, was just putting up that first video and sticking with it, even though really nobody was watching for the first 6 or 8 months.
I found myself here after finishing up college and thinking, okay, well, what do I do next? And the options kind of seemed to be go to graduate school or get a job. And I didn't really like either of those options. So I decided to create a third one, which was to go out and travel and create my own business. And originally the plan was to hop all over Southeast Asia, but I fell in love with Bali and have been here ever since and created a 7-figure business for myself in less than 2 years.
I started doing my social experiment for my circumnavigation and started posting content around that, growing a following. As I was doing it more and more, and I realized how much I just love storytelling. All of a sudden, a brand that I did a collaboration with asked me to teach them how to tell a story. And it just kind of organically became a job.
It's not to say that once you've made the decision to take control, it's going to be easy. You're going to struggle with things like fear of failure, wanting to give up.
Yes, there was fear and anxiety. I can't tell you how many times I was scared, afraid, terrified, crying, thinking I should go back, I should give up, like this is too hard.
There's no growth. There's no growth in your comfort zone. And I think the sooner you can get out of it, the better. But what really helped me was just realizing, if I take this jump and I don't like it, how difficult will it be to get back where I am right now? And the answer was like, not very hard.
But the best things in life are meant to be hard, because when you're on the other side of it, you appreciate it so much more and you protect it so well.
So every time now I want to take a risk, I'm not nearly as scared. It gets easier and easier every single time.
You have to have a really tough skin, and you have to get over whatever people might say about you. I'm sure that somewhere was like, oh, she has this blog, like that's cute. It's like they're not laughing now.
I feel super grateful to have the life that I do. I live in Bali in a gorgeous house with my boyfriend, our 2 dogs. I have complete control of my schedule, and I'm very successful in my business, but I'm still a 23-year-old human who's trying to figure out life. There's still going to be fears and anxieties and challenges, because every time you grow, new ones come in. But because I faced the ones that have come before, I know that I'm prepared for what's coming next.
I'm still creating my career. I'm going into year 4 now of having the blog. And now my thing that I am probably most excited about is that I lead trips for my blog audience. Because I have so much experience leading trips internationally for teenagers, I was just thinking, how cool would it be if I could take a small group of people who are all really intentional about their lives and who want to have a fantastic adventure.
I'm ready to kind of maybe over the next year shift gears a little bit, go into other platforms, whether blog or producing content for companies more in like a freelancer position. And I'm not trying to make like a 5-year plan, but I'm certainly testing a few things out.
You're working hard every day to be the person you really want to be. Then I don't think you can even really fail. It's not about reaching the destination, it's about the way you do it. And for me, that is about striving and not settling. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself what you really want. You've got one life. How do you really want to live it?
I think that the moment you want to give up is the moment that your legacy is born. It's the moment that you're going to write about in your book. It's the moment that you're going to talk about in talk show interviews. So if you want to give up, don't. Just remember that like this is what the rest of your life is built on.
Those people that seem intimidating, they're not really much smarter than you. They don't have more talent than you. People that make it, it's because they're patient.
Advice I would give to somebody who is starting out is to not overthink it. You can always pivot, you can always change your mind. It's not worth not doing something because you're overthinking it.
Huge thank you to all of the women who have taken part in this project. They've inspired me endlessly. Your words have inspired me personally, and I'm sure the viewers of this video more than I'm able to express. And you have made my message alone so much stronger by adding your message in there, so thank you. And I think this just goes to show that we can do incredible things by ourselves, but when we're propped up and supported by other people, we're capable of accomplishing things that our minds alone can't even conceive. So, go out there, strive for that life you want, help other people along the way, and let other people push you up too. I wish you the best of luck with your endeavours, whatever your gender, wherever you come from, and happy International Women's Day. This truly was a passion project for me, and I hope that you can tell how much emotion and raw passion I feel about this topic. I want to talk more about this. I want to share more women's, creative people's stories. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. I want to know, because I would love to turn this into a mini series and share more stories like this. Thank you and have a great day.